Hello everybody, this is Xenogears22543 welcoming you back to Let's Play Xenogears. I've had to do this boss fight a few times because it has an annoying gimmick, and basically you have to get Infinity Mode on one of your other gears. Which is why I have Emeralda, not Billy, because Billy is terrible for this fight. Do not bring him. Do not. Go back, get Emeralda, bring her, she's better. And Billy will do 0 damage with most of his things. It's a nightmare. Whoa! What the... And basically Infinity Mode is just, you have a chance of entering it. You get basically God Mode on any of the other gears, like System Mid, but it's only a small RNG chance that you're relying on every time you take an action at 3 AP. At level 3, attack level 3. Hey bro. It's been a long time no see, bro. Hammer, is that you? What are you doing in that outfit? I was finally able to get it. Super strength. Just like you, bro. Feels so good, being one with your gear. Crowley did this for me. Anyway, just leave that gear and Miss Eddie for me. Resistance is useless. I'm much too powerful for you now. The problem is not beating him. The problem is beating him before he self-destructs. Because he will self-destruct below, like, about... 28 after about 28,000 HP, and then he has like 20 something, about 20-ish thousand HP left. So, yeah, he self-destructs a little bit less than half health, which is a little obnoxious. What are you saying, Hammer? What? You're not handing them over? I see. And I'll just have to use force and take the girl and the gear from you. Stop it, Hammer. Even you, champ, won't win against me now. Here I come. It's fine. We will be spending basically the whole start of the fight trying to get Infinity Mode, which only lasts 3 turns, by the way. So it's not nice. Oh, I forgot about Booster. I always do this. We need the Booster. That's also important. I have gel resistance stuff all equipped. Emeralda just got Billy set up, essentially. I need to build attack level. That's the most important thing to do. I can actually farm Infinity Mode early. Oh, he's going for the Snake Tail early this time. He has a whole bunch of modifications that he can do. He can do them in different orders, I've noticed. Emeralda, get your booster going. We are going to focus on building up to attack level 3. That is the most important thing. We've probably done about 1,000 damage to him so far. I'm trying to count damage here. About 1,000. You're actually going to do some level 1 death blows, because I don't need it on you. You have System Mid. 1,300, so that's 2,300-ish. Emeralda, keep going. You can see it's hyper mode. We have about a 5% chance with Emeralda, which is not great. 5%. It's about 5% for each of them. So I'm relying on one of them to hit a 5% chance. Of course, this requires attack level 3. So I'm relying on either Satan or Emeralda, hopefully Emeralda, to hit a 5% chance. Boltall's is slightly higher. At least I think it's 5%. Not sure. Okay, he's going to do another self-modification. That should be about 3,000 damage so far. Can do about 1,000 a round. I think this might be... No, I'll say that's towards the next 1,000. Well, no, we've probably done 4,000 because Weltall did a death blow. I forgot about the death blow. Okay. Time to start trying for it. Just do anything that doesn't consume an attack level. Will boost the chances. Also, being lower HP helps. I'm gonna stop once I've done about 20-something thousand-ish. That's another 1,200, so that's probably about 5,000. Okay. We're trying to hit hyper mode. If we hit it early, that's not too bad. It's not that bad. If we hit it, like, right now, that would be kind of bad, but if we hit it a little early, that's not bad, actually. every turn is a 5, every time we do it is a 5% chance. He's still probably right around the 5,000, 6,000-ish mark in terms of damage. Yeah, probably around 6,000 damage down. So we're not close yet. Ideally I'd have him a bit further down before I get into hyper mode, but there's no reason not to try now. I'd still take it at this point. Okay, this is going to be down 8,000 now. He's down about 8,000 health. I'd like to do about 10,000 more damage before I activate hyper mode. At that point I'm going to start charging. We get him, and hyper mode means that your attack level gets set to infinity. Faye's attack level is quite high. Faye's hyper mode chance is going up. I might, yeah. Maybe I have to keep them low on attack level for a bit. Might try that. I don't want to use up all my attack level now though. I actually do want to be taking damage on them, on the side gears, because the lower HP does have a chance, does increase the chance, I believe. And I think booster helps too. Let's keep going. This should put him down to about 9,000-10,000. No, this is 11,000 ish. We're gonna say this is 11,000. Once I get down to about 18 or 20,000, then I'm gonna... Yeah, let's go 20,000 and then... You know, I could go faster actually than this. Yeah, let's use our level 3 death blows for now. I'm gonna use my level 3 death blows up, and then build back up, just because I think that'll help. 3,000 damage. Yeah, so that's 3,000 damage. This is 4,000, so that's 7,000. He's pretty low. I don't want to... I maybe want like one more level 1 death blow on from Faye. Okay. Their hyper mode chance did go up from that. That's good. I'm gonna be conservative on fuel. Maybe use a level 1 death blow from each of them. Because he's down about 18,000 now. I'm gonna probably... I think I'm just gonna charge with Faye because I don't need him to get hyper mode level. I don't want to actually do powerful death blows here. I'm going to use weak death blows, which should build it up by an extra %. You're going to charge. I think I have one more round of weak death blows in me. I'm going to actually build up to level 3 now with these two. Because every death blow, just so that I can be close to hyper mode. Then I'll death blow, try to get them into hyper mode. Death blow one more time with each of them, try to get them into hyper mode. Because level 1 death blows with them are a really good way to get them up. Now that I understand how hyper mode works, I did a bigger one, that's fine. Should still not be there yet. I'm just going to keep charging with you. You can do this. Build up. That's all the damage I want to do right now, I think. I'm fine with taking damage, whatever. Now it's just about building up to max. We have a 10% each turn, I believe, now at this point. So I should get it within 10 turns, within 10 of each of their turns. We're just going to be doing that. Gonna go for your level 1 death blow. That's all I'm gonna do though. He should still be above the HP threshold. Cool, he's still above the HP threshold. That's all I care about. This fight is rather obnoxious. He's at hyper mode 20%. Satan, if you activate hyper mode, we're gonna go all out. You're only at hyper mode 10%, but it's still a chance. I do want to keep them high on attack level regardless. It doesn't even matter if I waste one turn of hyper mode before this. Faye has a really high hyper mode counter. Faye's gonna start going for death blows, I think. I might do... Faye's still gonna go for death blows because I can activate System Mid. I might activate System Mid soon. Next, I think I might activate System Mid before I do another death blow. Jeez. Okay. Once I have someone in hyper mode, I'm gonna activate System Mid and we're gonna go all out. But I haven't done it yet. You know what, we're just gonna charge with you. You do a punch. Get a death blow going. You also charge since you're not there yet. Yeah, charge. I'm waiting for someone to activate hyper mode, that's all I want. Emeralda's taking a beating. That should actually up her chances. Faye, your chance is real high, but we're going to keep charging. Emeralda's in hyper mode. That means it's time to activate System Mid, and we're going to go all out. Emeralda's in hyper mode, which is amazing. This lasts 3 turns. We need to go all out. Cool. We were close enough to the HP threshold that he's just hit it. Which is a little bad. But, Faye, do System Mid. Go for it. You need it. We have essentially 6 more attacks to get him down below his... to get him killed. You are not full up, but we have a level 3 death blow that I can use. Which I will happily use. I'll just go for the level 3 death blow at this point. Emeralda hitting hyper mode here is really good. Because she does quite a lot of damage in hyper mode. As you can see. This is why hyper mode is basically essential. When he says, should we get out of here, I have about maybe 4 or 5 more actions. So, we're hoping. We're basically praying here. Faye, do your thing. Satan's gonna have to attack. That's all he can do at this point. That's really all he can do. I'm gonna attack and try to do a level 1 death blow, if I can. Emeralda, that's your last hyper mode attack. Has 1 more hyper mode attack, which I don't think we quite had the damage output, but we did probably about 20,000 damage. He did! We did it! We won! We did it without him self-destructing. Yeah. Do some level 1 death blows early. Probably could have done some more level 1 death blows earlier on. And then just charge and hope to get lucky. The more death blows you do, the higher chance of hyper mode gets. Each level of death blow increases it by 1%. And I think at some point, I think Satan has it doubled because he's in a... I don't know why it was up to 20%. Faye leveled up. Satan leveled up, Emeralda leveled up. And we get a trader card. This is what I was trying to get. I reset a couple times. I reset over this a couple times, but we did it. That's my bro. Far too strong. even for me. Just when I thought I finally got powerful enough to beat you too. Hammer? Champ, promise me you'll go back to Nortune one day. You are the next in line to be the Kaiser. You knew? Don't underestimate the power of my information network. But it's no use now. Why, for a bit player like me, this is probably the end I deserve. Hammer! Oh well. Hammer is gone. No more Hammer. Hammer disappeared into the chasm with a look of satisfaction. Was he happy because he had been able to attain it? His brief moment of power? Hammer's smile. Was that the look of joy from attaining power? Or was it the look of relief from the pain that was brought upon him by his mutation? Ultimately, we had no other choice but to defeat our friend, Hammer, for the sake of our own survival. Was there any other way around it? I've never felt that fighting was so futile until now. Ellie cried continuously. She hated herself for not having the power to be able to do anything to help him. When I saw her like that, I couldn't help thinking, I can no longer allow her to fight like this. We returned to Ignis, feeling that this had become much more than we could bear. What do you want, Ramses? You. If you didn't exist, that's why I must get rid of you. Only then will I be able to beat him. What do you think you're doing, Ramses? That's absurd. Do you think you can neutralize my power? Of course he can. He was made to be able to do so. Krellian? Surely you're not on their side now. Oh, really now? I don't care about a group of old geezers who are so obsessed with clinging on to their dear little lives that they had to resort to turning themselves into data on the Sol 9000 in order to survive. That's not why. Your existence obstructs me from reaching my goal. That's all. Haven't you been working for humanity's future? For humans to live longer? That is why I assisted you. Yes, that's right. I try to lead the people in my own way. That hasn't changed in the least. Krellian, what's got into you? Kill him, Ramses. Ah! So, Cain is dead. Yes. The final fate for one bound within everlasting flesh. If only he had just accepted our logical ideals too. A fitting end for someone who had become dominated by needless flesh. Excellent work, Krellian. Now there is nothing that can stand in the way of us accomplishing our objective. The Animat relics have been awakened and have aligned with their respective animus. Dan, Joseph, Gad, Each have been aligned with the surface dweller as their animus. Huga's Asher, Ramses Zebulun, Krelian's Judah, Sophia's Dinah, Reuben, Simeon, Levi, and Issachar were already aligned 500 years ago. And finally, Graf's Naphtali. All of the anima relics have now been activated. The identity of the persona mask of the mother has also become clear. The time has come. Now is the time to open the door to God's domain to attain the fleshly body and the wisdom of God. The time of the true awakening to carry us to new horizons. Yes, the time of the gospel has come. Now, humans, extol the awakening of God. Well, suddenly, the howling erupted. Even the people who had not mutated were being turned into wells. They howled out like war cries, as if to call out to something. That was because Ramses had been manipulated into assassinating the emperor. Now, with nothing else holding them back, the ministry had put into use the Getia key, the effect which was to alter those people who had been destined by God. Those people destined by God, regardless of whether they were surface dwellers or Solarians, began to change shape, one after the other. The howling was the people who had filled the earth, calling out to God. Once humans have filled the earth, God will awaken from his long sleep, and the awakening of Mahanon, the paradise in the sky, will soon follow. The true meaning of what the ministry had spoken, the true nature of that legend, was at last beginning to be realized. This is what they meant when they said, once humans have filled the earth. Eventually, Mahanon, the resting place of God, woke from its long slumber and began to rise, almost as if responding to the call of the people. It appeared before us in all its majestic glory. That's not how you spell majestic. What does Mahanon look like? Find out next time. That's going to do it for this part. I'll see you then.